Throughout the span of the 26 years Pixar has released movies, we wanted to take a look back at what upcoming projects there is for the future of this franchise. Doing a little bit of digging, I recognized a pattern that they typically follow, releasing 2 films one year with a beginning release date spanning January, March, or February, then one in later months like November or December. Then the following year, only have one movie release. For example, Cars 3 and Coco premiered in the same year in 2017, while Incredibles 2 was the only film to be released in 2018. With that being said, a future film called Turning Red and Lightyear have dates both in 2022 to be released in the same year. Now, we have covered in a previous video what we know about the Lightyear movie. I'll have that linked below if you want to go ahead and check that out first. There has now been some new information starting with the release date. In a recent article from We Got This Covered, a tweet was shown stating that we could be seeing an actual trailer very soon. The tweet reads, "So if you catch Disney's Encanto in theaters, you will see the trailer to the movie we're working on here at Pixar." Fans might get their first look at Pixar's Lightyear, the new animated movie starring Chris Evans, as early as November 24th alongside the theatrical release of this film. To differentiate itself from the quartet of Pixar classics, Lightyear exists independently of the Toy Story timeline, taking place in a fictional universe where Star Command is real, with Evans' young Buzz rising up the ranks. With only 9 months to go until release, it looks as though we could be seeing a trailer very soon. Very little is known about Lightyear at this stage, so a trailer could go a long way in promoting it. Aside from Evans, the voice cast is still a mystery, and aside from the detail of it being about a human, no plot specifics have been revealed. That being said, it is still a very highly anticipated film with many people curious as to what it's going to be about. Some even question about the other character Zurg will play into the storyline as well, or if he will even be included at all.
See, back when we created the very first Toy Story, we designed Buzz Lightyear with the idea that he was a toy based on some really cool character from an epic blockbuster film. Well, all these years later, we decided it's time to make that film. Directed by Pixar vet Angus MacLane, co-director of Finding Dory, Lightyear is the definitive origin story of the original Buzz Lightyear.
With what we've learned about Buzz Lightyear from the toy perspective, it's interesting that we get to now see a whole different perspective of it. Next, we have Turning Red, set to release in 2022. Set in the early 2000s, Toronto, Turning Red, Mei-Lin Lee is a confident, dorky Asian 13-year-old torn between staying her mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, which for a teenager is practically always, she poofs into a giant red panda.
Let the fun begin! Who could tell me how the formula begins? X equals...
Now, when seeing this trailer, it very well reminds me of Inside Out kind of similarity when we see this girl turns into this panda when she gets upset and doesn't seem to have control of it. Given this is a teaser, there is still a lot of questions to be answered. However, this can be perceived as a film regarding emotions just like Inside Out did. In an interview with 2 of the film's creators, they discuss the teaser trailer and go over speculation with some fans about what clues were in the trailer. In this moment, we get to hear the comparison with a short film.
In Bao, you think that the figure, the dumpling, is really a dumpling.
Right.
But it turns out to be a metaphor for the son. She's raising it, growing it, caring for it, and then he goes off. But then at the end, you obviously see her real son, and that is the twist there.
Now, at the time that this live stream aired in mid-July, it was said that they had 4 weeks left of animation, which at the time of this video being released, they will have finalized everything to have it be ready for the March 2022 release. With Pixar being known for having their films portraying metaphorical phrases or encounters, it wouldn't be a surprise that this could be another one. Many fans even want it to be metaphorical and are speculating that Turning Red is a sign of anxiety.
I think it just makes it more intense. If at the end, it's you find out it's all a metaphor, you're like, well, what was all the poofing for? I get that it is a metaphor at the same time that it visually is happening, because it can, in real life, we can perceive it that way. But I just hope at the end, it truly is that she can turn into a red panda
However, if this were the case, it wouldn't explain the very ending of the trailer where she is brushing her hair, still in panda form, trying to calm herself, she changes back to human, then all of a sudden changes back immediately. Another thing that was noticed about the beginning frames of the trailer was Maylin's character being more stand-outish than the rest of the class, alongside with the person sitting next to her. As we can see with the rest of the classmates, they are more so in neutral colored clothing except for the one sitting next to her, so this one may be another main character or supporting character.
They are, in terms of like directing character leads, they are bright colors, they are main characters, they're more focused, not just on the visuals, but they're not muted. So, before we go any further too, as you notice this trailer, be sure to look at the eyes. These are definitely different eyes for Pixar. They're more like color whirls, like that kind of blend together in different brightnesses and tones.
There's also 3 other films that are unnamed that have specific dates. One is scheduled to be released June 16th, 2023. The next is March 1st, 2024, and the next June 14th, 2024. Again, following the pattern of one release a year, then the next 2. There isn't any information on these films as they are so far out. However, we do have some information regarding some releases on the Disney Plus platform. Everything that's set to premiere on the platform is shorts, Inside Pixar, Pixar Popcorn, Doug Days, which already has 5 episodes in total, the Cars series, and Win or Lose. Inside Pixar is a documentary series that highlights and features the individual creators, writers, animators, and producers that make up Pixar Studios.
Storytelling is about taking people on a journey.
You have to be really vulnerable as a filmmaker. We try to tell a story that's authentic.
And for more videos like this, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It would really help out the channel and let us know that we are providing great content for you guys. Pixar Popcorn is a mini-series of a bunch of different sidekicks doing silly stuff for laughs. Doug Days, as you may have already heard about, has dropped 5 episodes and stars Doug and his puppies.
Get out of Maya's aliens.
I digged them.
Yeah, it's not digged, it's dug.
Yes?
In fall 2022, Mater and Lightning McQueen will return to the small screen to embark on a road trip across the United States in a light-hearted Cars series that will feature returning characters from the film series. Win or Lose will be Pixar's first ever long-form animated series and will follow the perspectives of co-ed softball team as they prepare for a big game. Each episode will focus on one member of the team and highlight their daily struggles, perceptions, and more. Win or Lose is slated to premiere fall 2023. And if you like these kinds of videos, we do cover a lot of Pixar-related news and facts, so if you're interested in seeing more, go ahead and subscribe for more.